Another late night signing here by the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm Mitchell Renz, host of the Raiders Report. And reminder, when the Raiders make a move, I'm going to drop a video. That's why you subscribe. That's why you turn on those notifications. And low-key, I think that this is going to be one of those moves that Raider fans are going to look back on and they're going to like. The Las Vegas Raiders have gone out and they have signed linebacker Elandon Roberts. And it is a one-year, $3 million deal. So coming up here on today's show, if you don't know who Elandon Roberts is, I'm going to tell you why a lot of Raiders fans are really going to like the way Roberts plays. I'm going to tell you why I think it's a good value. And then at the very end of the show, I'm going to tell you what I think that the Raiders are trying to do from top to bottom. And I guarantee you this, by the time you get done watching this video, you're going to go, Elandon Roberts was a really good signing by the Raiders for 1 year, $3 million, because this team is not going out there and signing big names, but they're going out there and signing a lot of really good players that are going to be able to help out this team, and they are doing it in a smart way. So first off, let's talk about the type of player that Elandon Roberts is. He is a downhill thumper. He is a liability in coverage. Absolutely. But he is somebody that is a really good run defender. He's got a nose for the football and kind of always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Last year for Pittsburgh, only 46 tackles, 1 sack. Year before that, though, 101 tackles. Year before that, down in Miami, 107 tackles. It almost kind of reminds me a little bit of somebody like a Robert Spillane. Now, here's the thing. Elandon's going to be 30 years old. Spillane's 29. But the way that he plays, it's what the Raiders need. And when you combine the fact that the Raiders go out and they get a Jeremy Chin who had 117 tackles last season, you already have a very versatile safety in an Isaiah Paul-Lamau. But I think their way of trying to replicate or replace what Robert Spillane brings, and I get it, trying to replace your green dot is not an easy thing, but let's try to figure out ways that we can do it. You go out and you sign on Elandon Roberts for 1 year, $3 million. You go out and you get Jeremy Chin for 2 for 16. And I think that those two players working in the middle of your defense who are two outstanding run defenders. Like last season, Elandon Roberts had a 77.2 overall PFF grade. His coverage grade was 50.9, which might even be a little bit generous if we're being honest, but a 90.4 overall run defense grade. And he was the second best, I believe, run defender at the linebacker position, maybe third, behind only Bobby Wagner. And we know that Bobby Wagner's name carries a lot of value to somebody like Pete Carroll. But if you're like, all right, well, Mitch, that was 1 year. 2023, run defense grade, 72.6, overall grade, 72.5. The year before that in 2022, run defense grade of 68.5, pass rush grade of 90.1. Like his entire career, he has been a really good run defender. In the older he's gotten, he's actually, I think, added a little bit of weight and kind of gotten better at being able to be a consistent run defender. So this is one of those moves that, again, it's not a back-breaking type of deal, but it's a good move by the Raiders. So I'm going to keep asking y'all for grades on these moves because I like to see what you guys are thinking. But give me your grade, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know down in the comments section what you're thinking of the move of Elandon Roberts. My answer coming up here after this YouTube ad break. I'm going to give this move a B minus grade. He is a good run defender, and I don't think that you're going out there and you're breaking the bank on him. Plus, I can see the fit. When I say that I can see the fit, it's because the key word, and we use a lot of different keywords all the time here on the Raiders Report, but one of the key words has got to be relationships, right? I mean, the Raiders just signed a few minutes ago Lonnie Johnson Jr. He's got a good relationship with Marcus Robinson and Joe Woods, who were both on that New Orleans team back in 2023. The amount of connections that Elandon Roberts has with the Las Vegas Raiders cannot be undersold. So he was drafted in 2016, round 6, pick 214 by guess who? The New England Patriots from 2016 to 2019. So you're telling me this is somebody that was a teammate of Tom Brady's and won 2 Super Bowls. So you already right there have the connection with Tom Brady. Let's go to his next team, the Miami Dolphins from 2020 to 2019. That's from Patrick Graham to Rob Leonard to a bunch of other defensive players on this roster. I mean, guys like Christian Wilkins, he's played with already. Kind of sounds weird. But Christian Wilkins, he's been a teammate of his. Somebody along the lines of Adam Butler, who the Raiders brought back today, was a teammate of his. I should also mention Roberts was with the Patrick Graham, I was going to say, as soon as I said that out loud, Patrick Graham was with Roberts in 2019. Oh my God, I got to go to bed. Patrick Graham was not with Roberts at all. He was with the Dolphins in 2019. Roberts, on the other hand, joined the Dolphins in 2020. I was going to say, as soon as I said it, I was like, I'm pretty sure PG was only there in 2019. But anyway, is a teammate with Christian Wilkins, was a teammate with Adam Butler, has a relationship with Rob Leonard, and that's where I want this light bulb to go off. Because yes, Rob Leonard is our defensive line coach. He's also our run game coordinator on defense. Like, his job is to stop the run. So what does he do? He goes out and gets somebody that he feels can really, truly help him go out there and stop the run. He was with the Pittsburgh Steelers the past 2 seasons. So when you see some of just those little connections, Rob Leonard, defensive line coach, also the run game coordinator, has a relationship with multiple defensive tackles already on this team, has a relationship with Tom Brady. Like, all those reasons should be why you go, all right, yeah, like, I'm starting to put it together here a little bit. And again, it's not a big-name guy like Robert Spillane for 3 years for 37, but you added another really good player that, yeah, it's not Robert Spillane's level, but the amount of really good starter caliber players that you're adding at cheap, it's just going to help you be able to build more overall solid depth, which is something the Raiders haven't been able to do. Like, I'm seeing a lot of Raiders fans getting upset about not being able to bring back Hobbs, Spillane, and Merrick, and I get it. But if you would have brought back those players, your depth would have been worse than what it was last season. And yeah, starters are important, but you got to remember, man, like, that's only 22 players out of a solid 53-man roster out there. And teams that are really good, especially consistent teams, they're able to play deep into the year. And I feel like all the time when you look at a lot of these Raiders teams, they fall apart at the end of the year. Now, you looked at that, Antonio Pierce, Patrick Graham team a few years ago, they kind of got fired up a little bit, no doubt about it. But they were playing because I think they hated Josh McDaniels. The season where the Raiders went to the playoffs back in 2021. Again, I think that was a regime that got fired and they rallied. But when the Raiders have gone out, and I feel like they've spent a lot of money, crazy money in free agency right away, they haven't been able to build the depth, and it shows as the season goes on. So Elandon Roberts is somebody that our coaching staff trusts and is a literal helper. Like, people are like, well, what are we going to do at linebacker? I mean, you just got now Elandon Roberts, Jeremy Chin. There's your replacement for Robert Spillane, and I'm not kidding you. I think it's going to work almost just as well. The thing that scares you is Spillane was a captain. Spillane wore the green dot. But 3 for 37 or, 2 for 16 for Jeremy Chin and then 1 year for $3 million for Elandon Roberts. I think it was a low-key, really good move, which is why I'm going to go out here and I'm going to give it a B-. So as it stands right now, which as soon as I get done with this, and I swear to y'all on everything I believe in, I was really walking Chuck when Elandon Roberts ended up getting this deal done. So I was like, man, oh man, kind of wild, but I'm happy about the move. I think it's a good move. Again, 500-plus snaps, second among all inside linebackers with a 91-0 PFF grade. He can do a lot of different things, but I think it's because he's also a super physical, and I mean super physical linebacker, man. And he's going to be able to bring that downhill style. Raiders fans are going to like Elandon Roberts. I'm telling you right now, if you're trying to put him back into coverage, you're going to not like the way you look, I guarantee it. But if you let him be who he is, and he is just a run stopper, and you let him come downhill, he's going to be able to fill up some holes, and he's going to help out this Raiders run game quite a bit, which is why I do think a low-key signing of Elandon Roberts is a good one. I hope I explained everything that I said I was going to explain it from the jump of this video. I'm going to hopefully lay down. I've been trying to shower. I'm walking Chuck. I'm going to go shower. And then I'm going to get ready for bed, but I got to be back in the studio here in about 8 hours from now. So appreciate all y'all tuning in. Elandon Roberts, welcome to the nation. And again, this is a low-key good signing by the Raiders to help try to replace Robert Spillane. For more news and updates around the Raiders, because, they're probably going to do something as soon as I go to bed, click the subscribe button right here. I promise you I got you covered. If you're looking for even more content around the silver and black, you can click this button right here, or you can also click this button right over here. As soon as I get done making this, I'll put some stuff on social media, and then I am going to sleep.